everyone! So I'm here today to talk about my library book haul, and it's kind of a big book haul. I am super excited to show you all these books. A lot of these books I found by watching your guys' reviews. The people out there in the booktubing community, I liked your reviews and I took your recommendations, and now I've got some books. So let's start with the library books that I have already read and most of them I've reviewed. So the first one is John Green's The Fault in Our Stars, and I haven't done a review of this one yet. This is the only one I haven't. This book is about a girl who has cancer and she's trying to deal with it, and she meets a boy, and that boy really changes her life and kind of her perspective on life itself. This book is really sad, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars for that reason. I'm not a sad book reader, and I only read it because everyone recommended it. I thought it was an excellent book, but I don't like sad books. I don't like crying, I don't like being sad, and so yeah. But if you like sad books, or even if you don't like sad books, still check it out. Next, we have Wake. And Wake is by, I should know this, Lisa McMahon. And I did a review on this book. This book, Wake, is about a girl who will go unconscious and slip into other people's dreams, and that's kind of the gist of it. If you want to learn more about it, please look at my review. Next, we have The Gathering by Kelly Armstrong, and I just reviewed this book, which is why I'm wearing the same New York Times shirt. It's about a girl who lives in a very small community, and there's something going on with her. I don't want to give any more away. Check out my review. I try to be pretty general in it, so you're not getting any spoilers. Next, we have The Pledge, and The Pledge is by Kimberly Durting. This book was pretty good. It has an emphasis on revolutions, social classes, and languages. If you like these things, you will like this book. So I recommend it. Next, we have my TBR of library books that I have to read pretty quickly. All the books that you just saw, I read in about less than a week, so I've been doing pretty well. I'm trying to keep it up. Let's start with my TBR that I am in the middle of reading. So my first is Awaken. Now, I had recently checked this book out of the library, and then I had to return it, and I only read the first 10 pages, and I was so enthralled that I went back and I put it on hold and I waited, and I finally got it. I am about 1/4 of the way in. It's pretty good, but not as good as I was hoping, but I will still finish it. And Awaken is by Katie Kavaninski. I doubt I'm pronouncing that right. I will have my review once I have finished reading it. Next is a little bit of a surprise. This is not young adult fiction. So, no, this is Stephen King, but it is not even adult horror fiction. This is his book on writing. It's not just about how to write, but also his life and how he got to where he is now and how he learned to write and the advice that comes along with it. And so far, I am really enjoying this. So please wait for my review, but you may want to read it before then and then watch my review and compare and contrast. So yeah. Next, we have Scott Westerfeld's The Uglies, or just Uglies. And I got this book because of a lot of different recommendations. The problem is I want to link all the recommendations below, but I have seen so many recommendations for this book that I can't even remember where I saw them all. I will come up with a review soon. So far, so good. Not as amazing as I thought it was going to be. Still pretty good. Then we have Pivot Point. I got this book off a recommendation. I'm maybe 1/10 of the way in. This book is about a girl who can see into different futures, and she finds out her parents are getting divorced, so she looks into the future, and her dad's moving out of the town. So either she moves out of the town where everyone has natural special abilities, or she stays in with her mom, and so she looks into the future, and it kind of has alternating chapters with both perspectives. So I'm excited to read more of this one. This is Unearthly by Cynthia Hands, and this book is about a girl who is part angel, and she has a destiny. When you're part angel, or all angel, I don't know, you have a destiny. And so her mother's part angel and her brother's part angel, and they are gonna go meet her destiny, which turns out to be a boy. I mean, go figure. So far, it's okay. It's nothing special. Other people reviewed and liked it. Maybe it'll turn around and it'll be awesome, but so far it's pretty stereotypical. Alright, next we have all the books that I've checked out that I haven't read from the library. So here we go. I am so excited about this book. This is The Alchemist with a Y by Michael Scott. I hope this is a lot like the feeling I got when I read Harry Potter. Please be, because it is a series and it looks awesome. It's about an immortal guy named Nicholas Fleming, and someone steals his potion or something like that, and these two kids have to save the future, so I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. Next we have The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. This book is about a world or community in which everyone can read everyone else's mind, and that's all I've learned about it. I also got it off of recommendations by a lot of different people, so yeah, I'm excited. I also have Unwind by Neil Shusterman. This book should be really good. It's about a community in which people get unwound, in which they're kind of like taken apart. I don't know if it's in a physical sense or mental sense. I have The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I know this is about high school. It's by Stefan Chbosky. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. Anyways, I know it's about high school and being awkward, and that's all I know. I also have The Evolution of Mara Dyer. I read the first book, which was The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, and I have to say that book nearly drove me crazy. It was like you were falling into insanity with the girl. And I have to say I really liked it, but I'm kind of scared to read the second book. I may return this to the library and actually buy the book. I'm not sure yet, so I haven't decided. Next is Secret Letters by Lee Shire. Yeah, this is about Sherlock Holmes' daughter who goes to see him, and it turns out he's dead, and she's trying to solve a mystery, and that's all I know, and it's supposed to be really good, and I love Sherlock Holmes, so I am going to read this book soon. Then we have Fade by Lisa McMahon. I liked Wake so much, I immediately went out and got Fade from the library. Next is Cirque du Freak, A Living Nightmare by Darren Shan. There's excellent recommendations on this book. J.K. Rowling down there recommending it, so how could you say no to that? I read just a few pages, and so far it's been a little middle school grade, but that's okay. I'm going to get through that and enjoy it. And last, we have Insignia by S.J. Kincaid. This book is about a kid who has some sort of ability and the government wants him, something like that. That's all I really know. I saw one review on it, and honestly the book just sounded really, really cool. Finally, we have the 3 books that I actually did buy. This month has been a small book buying month because I had to pay for parts for my car. Yay! So instead of buying books, yeah, I had to fix my battery. Next month will be book buying month, yes! But for the books I did buy, first of all is Player Ready 1. I will link the recommendation for it below where it was reviewed, and the review that I really enjoyed. I'm forgetting the name of the person right now, even though they're hugely popular. This book is by Ernest Cline, and it's a reference to 1980s gaming, and you may not know this, but I love video games. More than playing video games, I love watching video games and video game references. So this is an exciting one if you like video games. Next, I have Siege and Storm by Lee Bardugo. I read the first book, and the first book was good. It's set in like kind of fantasy Russia, and this girl has magical abilities, and there's conflict and cool stuff. I'm a third of the way through, maybe. So far, so good. Not as good as the first book, but oftentimes the second book never really is. And finally, we have The Eternity Cure by Julie Kagawa. This book is the second book in a series. The first book and the second book are about vampires and dystopian society, and I read her other series which has to do with fairies. Anyways, I really enjoyed the other series, but not as much as I've enjoyed this one so far. I recommend the first book and the second book. Please read it. It's good. So that is my July book haul. It is large. I don't know if I'll finish reading all the books, but eventually I will get to those books unless I hate them. I've found that a lot of other booktubers will read books no matter what. I am striving to be that way, but sometimes I put a book down for a long while before I'll ever pick it up again, if I do. Let me know what you thought of these books, if you've read any of them. Also, let me know what you thought of this video, whether you liked it, what I can do to improve. I'm working on using big words and things like that. So anyways, have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Bye!